So, Bio, it's that time again. It's time for another Millennium Microphone Bios card questionnaire. How you feeling?
Woo! I'm gonna get more than one right this time. I hope.
I mean, the odds are in your favor on that one. So, I have faith. I think you'll get at least one right.
At least one. That's the bar this time.
That is the bar. It is on the floor. You can step over it unless you trip. But the odds of that are very low. So, for people who are new to this and haven't seen it before, let me break it down a little bit. I, ShibuyaGato, will be asking Bio various questions about Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the screen or card art. We'll ask things like, is it an anime-only card? What is the archetype about? What do you think the name of it is? Etc., etc. I'll give him the answer. We'll all get to laugh at how ridiculous some stuff about Yu-Gi-Oh is, because let's be honest, it can be very ridiculous. There's going to be 3 rounds, easy, medium, hard, and the points don't really matter, but, I mean, you can compete and see how you do.
Yeah, can you beat me? Mm-hmm.
Can you? That's a good question. We'll find out. Episode 3. This one is another themed episode. I did give people a chance to submit as usual, and the theme for this one is chance cards. Let's go. Questions are based on cards and topics that are submitted by you guys, so I'll probably be asking for more potential themes in the future, and you guys will have the chance to submit stuff. But look at this guy. Look at this funny little man.
God damn it.
It's chance cards, so of course we gotta include our guy Time Wizard. Are you kidding me?
Fucking Time Wizard. We meet again, old, decrepit man. Got him.
No, that's Thousand Dragon. That's not Time Wizard, but I understand the confusion. If you want to submit a card, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, because we put out the tweet every now and then, every couple weeks, just to get submissions in. At Millennium Mike, please include photos. This time around, multiple people said stuff, but did not include photos of the cards. Photos make it a lot easier for me, and make it more likely that your stuff will be picked. I didn't exclude things just because they lacked photos. I also kind of excluded stuff based on how difficult it would be, duplicates, because we had quite a few duplicates this time around, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone spammed Time Wizard.
Not everyone. You'd be shocked. But that is what you should see. Go ahead and follow us. And let's get started with Easy.
Yeah.
Alright, question 1 on Easy. This one is submitted by Onyx Hope.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Now,
Terror King Archfiend is a monster that uses dice rolls to determine its effect. And it's a monster that was first introduced in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime. But this question isn't about any of that. The Archfiend archetype actually took an older monster and retroactively made it an Archfiend, which ended up fixing a previous mistranslation in English. So, Bio, which card of these 4 is technically an Archfiend? Even if the name doesn't reflect it, you could let me read out the choices. No, you're good. You're good. I'm glad you're coming into this confident and ready. Is it A, Zera the Mant, B, Beast of Gilfer, C, Summon Skull, or D, Vorse Raider?
Summon Skull, C.
There was a trick here. No, you're right. You're right, but you're also wrong, because there are technically 2 correct answers. So you do get your first point of the round, but a little bit of trivia for you. So on newer printings of Summon Skull, they always have to include in parentheses, this card is always treated as an Archfiend in the flavor text. It is a normal monster, but this is at the bottom of every single Summon Skull reprint as of like a certain year. And then Beast of Gilfer, when I was looking it up, I actually only found it labeled as Beast of Gilfer in the GBA games for Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is interesting. But,
so the actual name of it is Archfiend.
Yes. So when it was printed in the TCG, I assume, they changed it flat out to Archfiend of Gilfer instead of Beast. But I believe in the anime they called it Beast.
Some of the skull art is real good.
Oh yeah, this alt art is really nice. Alright, doing good so far. Question number 2.
1 for 1. Yeah, let's go.
So this is Dark Master Zork. He is a monster that kind of sucks. His effect is interesting, but he's way too hard to summon for how badly his effect can backfire on you. However, in Duel Links, the mobile game, he is commonly used for events because he is a boss monster used by a character from the anime. Can you tell me which character used Zork? This one was submitted by Mimi Chatter, by the way.
Mimi Chatter. You can ritual summon this card with contract with the Dark Master. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die, then destroy all monsters Oh, dice. What's
Yes.
his name?
If you can describe them for me, I will give it to you anyway. This is easy.
Okay, the guy with the dice earring. Fuck. What's his name? Is it like
Duke?
Duke.
Duke Devlin? You think this is
Yep.
a Duke Devlin card?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. You're incorrect.
Damn
Dark
it.
Master Zork is a Yami Bakura card.
Oh, yeah, I
Specifically
wouldn't
in
have guessed
Season 0, he is the boss monster of that tabletop RPG arc at the end of Season 0.
Oh, okay.
And a little fun fact for you. The Zork at the end of the Millennium World arc of regular duel monsters is specifically called Zork Necrophades because these are two different beings. They happen to be both called Zork, but this is to avoid any confusion with that.
Yeah, that's fair. I knew that wasn't like an archetype that Duke would use, but I was hoping
You
that,
saw
like,
dice
the card,
and you were like,
yeah, I was
I'm
hoping
shooting
that,
my
like, the
shot.
chance effects,
This man had a
yeah.
whole dice subplot based on him. Let's go.
Jarring Toaster, I fucking know you.
They are one of my Twitch mods. Be nice. This one was, in fact, submitted by Jarring Toaster. Absolutely killing it. Submitting the one that I was hoping people would bring in.
Of
You know
course.
him. You loathe him specifically, Bio. No one else does. It's the Time Wizard.
Oh my
Now,
god.
this lovable icon of Yu-Gi-Oh! He is lovable,
Yeah.
despite what you may say. Got a retrain pretty recently. What do you believe this retrain is called?
What does retrain mean?
Retrain just means, like, they gave him an upgraded printing or form that's got extra effects and potentially is stronger.
Gotcha.
Is his retrain called A, Time and Space Wizard, B, The End of Time Wizard, C, Time Wizard of Tomorrow, or D, Ultimate Time Wizard? The top art is the original, and the bottom art is the
Yeah.
art for the retrain. This does not help in any way, but I figure you should see the difference.
Okay, so here's my thought process.
Okay.
Time and Space Wizard sounds really cool,
Okay.
but Time Wizard of Tomorrow sounds like a retrain card, right?
Okay.
My thinking, I don't think it's A. I think that's bait.
Okay. So you think I made A up?
I think so.
Okay.
I want to say either C or D. Those are the two that, like, I'm thinking.
Interesting. Well, you're gonna have to settle on one of them, so...
I will.
Is there
yeah,
one you're
okay.
leaning more towards than the other?
I want to say Time Wizard of Tomorrow, because Ultimate Time Wizard sounds too concrete, right? Like, that sounds like we can't go farther than that. And so I'm gonna go C, Time Wizard of Tomorrow.
You think they're leaving room open to potentially do
growth.
more with him in the future?
Sadly, I can see them doing that.
All right. Well, congratulations. He is the Time Wizard of Tomorrow.
Okay.
He actually came out, the retrain, I believe 1 week when we were recording Millennium Mike, so we did talk about this on the podcast at some point,
of
but it
course
was
we
like
did.
a year ago, so I don't blame you for not remembering that one. But yeah, I did in fact make up Time and Space Wizard, End of Time Wizard, and Ultimate Time Wizard.
Yeah, the first I was like, oh, that sounds cool, and I was like, that's too cool.
Yeah. On to question 4, submitted by Raven Archfiend. Orgoth the Relentless is a card affected by the result of 3 dice rolls each turn. But he was used in the anime by a certain character. Who used him?
Oh,
and I'm
God.
giving you photos for this one.
Noah?
Is it Noah? I'm proud you remembered his name. I thought you'd forget. All right. Is it Noah? What do you think he's called? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
Wait, is he the one that was in the circus tent?
Yes.
With the
Yeah,
saws?
With the saws. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we're remembering. All right. Third off, you know him, you love him. It's Duke Devlin.
Yeah, dude.
And fourth off, the Chaz.
Okay, it's not Chaz.
I provided their names here. His name is Arcana.
Okay, Arcana.
So, who do you think uses Orgoth the Relentless?
Well, it would probably be Duke, right? If it was affected by dice rolls?
You thought that about Zork.
I know, but now I think that... Well, right, but that wasn't right, so...
Yeah.
I feel like I need to roll the dice again on Duke. I'm gonna go with Duke.
No
Duke
pun
Devlin.
intended? Or pun
Yeah,
intended?
no pun intended. Of course.
All right. So, final answer, Duke Devlin. You are in fact correct.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're gonna be dead to me, Duke.
When you play Duel Links, the mobile game, and you unlock Duke Devlin, you automatically get a copy of Orgoth the Relentless. It is basically his ace monster in that game.
Okay.
He actually uses him in Dungeon Dice Monsters as a boss monster. So, like, when he dimensions the dice, his big guy is Orgoth, specifically. So they made a card for him. It's very neat.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, the other, like, archetypes that the other people use, and I couldn't think of any, so I was...
Let's go back for a second. So, Chaz is Jobbers and Ojamas. That much is clear. Noah tends to use, like...
Is it dragons?
Somewhat religious imagery? Because he did have, like, the Noah's Ark thing going on.
Right.
It's been a while, and I try to forget that arc, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
and then Arcana is the guy who uses, like, the fucked up and evil Dark Magician against Yugi. So his archetype is, like, spellcasters and just general, magical fuckery. But yeah, you got that one right. I'm proud of you.
Whoa. What am I at? 3 out of 2? 4 out of 2? 5 out of 2?
3 out of 4, I believe.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, which is
I
not
don't know
bad
what
at
I was
all.
counting with.
All right, we're on to medium. How are you feeling so far?
Good. Yeah, it's a lot better than last time.
Yeah. All right. Question number 5. I had to make up a couple, and I had to consult people for a couple because we got good submissions, but they only made up about 7 or 8 questions. So this one is one from me.
I know that name. Yeah, ShibuyaGato.
Yeah, a little bit weird, but it's fine. I'm going to give you a list of names for dice-themed cards. All but one of these are real. I want you to tell me which one you think is fake. So your options are Redicecle, pronounced like recycle. Dice Dungeon. Dicefoon, pronounced like typhoon. Slice and Dice. Dice Jar. Dice Clops. Or number 67, Pair a Dice Smasher.
Okay.
Only one of these is fake.
For some reason, my brain like latched on to Dice Dungeon because I feel like that one was thrown in there because there's that dungeon dice monsters or whatever Duke plays.
Yeah.
And so I feel like. Oh, but wait, maybe that's the card you No.
Do you think they wouldn't have given
my gut.
Duke, like, specific cards? Because we've established that they turned Orgoth into a monster.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, because he does the dimension dice or whatever, dimension the dice. I think that Dice Dungeon is too generic to be a card, so I'm gonna go with B, Dice Dungeon.
Okay, Dice Dungeon, final answer. Let's see if you're right. Unfortunately,
damn, that was my other choice.
They did make a card for Duke. I believe it's Duke support anyway, where it is a field spell called Dice Dungeon, and you roll the dice, and it affects the field in different ways, sort of like DDM. Slice and Dice is fake.
That was my second choice. I knew Redicecle was way too like.
It's too stupid.
I just knew that. I knew that was one, and number 67 in Dice Food. I knew all those 3 were like they had to be it. And then I was like, Dice Dungeon is weird. And I was like, Slice and Dice is kind of weird, but I could see it being like an equip spell. Or an equip. What is it? Like one of the ones that like you play this card and they get like a weapon or, this upgrades something.
Yeah, that's an equip spell.
And then I saw Dice Jar and I was like, that's a jar card.
Yes. I don't believe he's part of the official jar canon, but yeah, Dice Jar is just weird and wacky enough to be real.
And then I was like, Dice Clap sounds like a monster card. So I was like, I knew it was one of those 2. Damn it.
Still, not bad reasoning. I don't blame you. All right. Question number 6, submitted by Super Fancom Show. There are quite a few gambler cards in the TCG, and we've seen a couple of them used in the anime before.
I haven't.
Now, tell me, was this card used by anyone in the anime? And I will give you a bonus point, regardless of whether you get the first question right. If you can just tell me what this card is called. Do not overthink it. That is your only clue.
Well, I just want to call him the Gambler. But...
Okay.
I want to say yes, but I want to say no.
You're going to have to decide on one. It is a 50-50.
Yep. I'm gonna say no.
You don't believe he was used in the anime?
I don't think he was used in the anime, and I think it's called like Gambler's Luck.
Okay. So, unfortunately, this card was used in the anime by the guy who stole Alexis's mom's handkerchief in GX. This was episode 43. I went back and I checked because I thought it'd be funny. And the card's name is actually Sand Gambler, because you can see here that he is in a desert.
Sands. Oh my god.
He's gambling in the sand.
I shouldn't have ever thought it.
Yeah, I tried telling you, because like if you look at the card long enough, you can kind of infer it, but I can understand the confusion, because you might have thought that was a spell card or something.
Man. Okay.
Hey, it's alright. This is medium for a reason. It's gonna be a little trickier.
Hey, I know that name too.
Yeah, sure. Submitting this
Looks
one
like
for
a
me.
Rubik's Cube.
A little bit. Now, look at this blocky boy. This little guy. I have 2 questions about him for you, and each is worth a single point. So, First off, how do you think that you activate his effect? Now remember, these are all chance cards. So, to activate the effect, you're going to usually need to do something. And second, what do you think his name is? You don't have to be exact. I will give it to you if you're close enough.
I mean, to activate it?
Yes.
Probably just like roll a dice.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, he seems like cube block? Or like cube block, I don't know.
Okay. Alright, so first off, you roll a d6.
Hey!
So you got that right. And depending on what you roll, neither player can normal or special summon monsters of that level, which is actually an interesting way to do a chance effect.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So like if I roll a 3, you cannot
like, summon level 3 monsters for that turn. Neither person. So it can fuck you over as badly as your opponent.
Yeah.
And then second, his name is Cuban. I will give it to you because you said cube.
Cube.
Cube was all I was looking for.
Yeah, I was like, it just looks like a cube. There's like
you know what I thought
something.
of when I saw him for the first time is I thought of the fucking show from like the early 2000s, Cubics. He has that vibe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past.
Right? Oh my god.
And as a fellow Cuban, I'll be a little generous with the points here. All right. Question number 8. This one's submitted by 2 people. PDX Anime and Superfan Com Show once again. Roulette Spider. This is a card used by Joey in the Battle City arc of the anime, where it automatically spins, and then it needs to be told to stop in order to activate its effect. How do you think you activate this effect in the real card game? Is it A, roll a d6 and use an effect based on the result? B, roll a d10 and use an effect based on the result? C, flip a coin and have your opponent call heads or tails? Or D, flip all cards on the field face down, shuffle them, and have your opponent choose 3?
Well, I see the red and blue, so I automatically think 50-50. So I'm gonna go with C, flip a coin.
Okay. You'd be incorrect, unfortunately.
What?
That's just the web he's sitting on.
That's what? There's an arrow and you spin it?
Yeah,
okay.
well, because in the anime, this card just sort of goes off on its own when it's activated, and Joey has to call out stop. Actually, I don't know if it's Joey or Esperoba who has to call it, but somebody has to tell it to stop, and then wherever it points, that's what the effect is. But for this one...
1 is half your life points?
If you roll a 1, you have your own life points. If you roll 2, you can directly attack instead of attacking a monster. 3, choose one monster you control, change the attack target to it, and then proceed as usual with damage. Roll a 4, choose one other monster your opponent controls. They have to attack that monster instead, and then you do damage. 5, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. Or 6, just kill that monster.
So that activates when the other person attacks?
Yes, if your opponent is attacking you, you can activate this card, and then you roll the dice, and whatever it lands on, you just do it immediately.
The 1 and 2 are awful.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, can you activate this when you attack?
No.
Okay,
This specifically says when an opponent's monster is attacking.
Yeah.
So you cannot do it on your own attack. But still, that's a 2/3 chance of a good effect, so that's still not bad odds.
Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah, 6 is really good, Jesus.
6 is fantastic.
Yeah.
4 is also, because then you have to kill, you get your opponent to kill one of their own monsters instead.
Yeah, okay, huh.
Alright. Last 2 questions are part of the hard category. We beefed out medium a little bit, but in exchange, I think hard might be a little bit harder. We'll see.
I imagine.
We'll see.
I'm not looking forward to it.
We're not gonna have another fucking fish issue
Gambler.
like last time, don't worry. So, this one, once again, submitted by Shora. I needed a little help, and he came through. Over the course of Yu-Gi-Oh's meta history, card game-wise, only a few chance cards have actually seen competitive play. Now, of these 4 cards, which do you think was in a winning deck? A deck that won a tournament. So I'll give you the names, and you have to decide. A, Gambler of Legend, who's up in the top left. B, Second Coin Toss, who's in the top right. C, Snipe Hunter, in the bottom left. Or D, Dangerous Machine Type 6, in the bottom right.
Okay, here's my thought process. I feel like Gambler of Legend and Snipe Hunter are monsters, and so I don't think they're very strong.
Well, I can tell you right now. I actually forget what Dangerous Machine Type 6 is. Hold on. I can't tell you right now. You're going to have to give me a minute.
No worries. No, you're fine. I'll keep walking through my thought process.
I can confirm, though. Gambler of Legend and Snipe Hunter are monsters, and I know Second Coin Toss is a spell card.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. So I was going to go with Second Coin Toss, because I feel like I've heard of that before.
It was, in fact, in the same episode where the guy stole Alexis's mom's handkerchief. He used that to rig the coin tosses, because that let him automatically flip again if he fucked
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
so... Oh, but that would only count if you have a coin, like, if
you
have
need a coin flip card in it already for it to work, but, you know. I looked it up. Dangerous Machine Type 6 is, in fact, a spell card.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Dangerous Machine Type 6.
Okay.
So I was thinking B at first, and I was like, it was a toss-up between B and D, because I feel like spell cards were probably a better thing to do with chance cards rather than going with a monster. So I'm gonna go with D.
Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, you would be wrong.
No!
It was Snipe Hunter, and let me tell you why. Because with Snipe Hunter, you toss a card from your hand, then you target a card on the field. Any card. It can be your opponent's spells and traps or monsters. You roll a d6. Unless you roll a 1 or a 6, that card is gone. So you have a 2/3 chance of killing a card basically for free.
That is insane.
Yes.
What?
This was in a winning deck in 2007 that also featured things like Cyber Dragon, Pyramid Turtle, Giant Rat, and Morphing Jar.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Sometimes meta Yu-Gi-Oh's a little bit wacky. Alright, on to the last question. This one technically is submitted by 3 different people. Adagnister, Jason ZH97, and Rillarai. And you're going to see why there's 3 different people on this. So, there are many spell and trap cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That will feature famous monsters in goofy or serious situations, and kind of create a little subplot for these monsters across various cards.
Huh.
Specifically, there are a lot of dice-related spells and traps that reuse 2 of the same monsters. You have seen both of them in this quiz. Let me show you some of them. You have Diced Dice, That's 6, Diceversity, Dice It, and Dice Nide. These are all very quirky and fun little pieces of art, sort of goofy scenarios. Now, here's your real question. Name both of the monsters featured in all 5 of these card arts.
Summon Skull and Snipe Hunter.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You were awfully confident on that. Alright. Unfortunately,
what?
I can't give you the point, because Snipe Hunter was correct, but you did not name Terror
ribs.
King Archfiend.
I saw the that's why I guessed that one, and then for that question, because it has the same like ribbed skin as
yeah, he's got kind of like the exposed muscles and all that.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. You
So
were
close.
so confident on it, and you were so close.
Because the second I saw the skit, I didn't even take a second look at it. I was like, oh, that's something cool.
That's why I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to consider your options, Bio?
Oh, man.
Still, that was not bad. You got a lot of points on this one. I forget the exact count, but I will put it on screen for everybody right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you did good here. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, a lot better than last week's.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if you made it this far in the video, please type "I'm glad Bio finally likes Time Wizard" in the comments so we can recognize real ones.
Oh my god.
Listen, I gotta make sure they viewed it to the end.
If
people
fair.
are in the comments going, "Wait, Bio likes Time Wizard now," and they didn't watch, they
That's
don't know.
actually really funny.
They're not in on the joke.
I'm gonna go on Twitter that day and just see like so many comments and be like, wait, what did I say on that episode?
That day is tomorrow. I'm planning on uploading this for tomorrow. So
wow, okay.
At the very least, some of our patrons will be able to, maybe reply to you and just be like, "I'm glad you like Time Wizard." Smile.
Oh my god.
All right. If you liked the video, thank you very much. There's a backlog of 2 more of these that you can go and watch. We also have our progression series, Deck March, and we have Millennium Master Saga if you're interested in more bonus content. Or, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing here? Go watch Millennium Microphone, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime Rewatch podcast. Come on.
You know you want to.
You know it.